Hello, viewers. I hope you were looking forward to finding out what happened to my big batch of red yeast rice wine. This is part 2. You can go back and see part 1 here. Okay, but what happened? The next day, I did notice that a lot of the red yeast rice floated to the top. I don't know if that's because after I mixed it in, I stirred a bit, but so much ended at the top. And I'm trying to follow the recipe that I saw in Xiaoli's video, but I'm a little unsure of exactly when to stir. I do want to put in some air holes here on day 2. And scrape down the sides a bit. Now on day 3, there's still a lot of that red yeast rice just floated to the top. That's not really what I wanted. But I'm going to wait till what I saw in the video is wait until day 5 to really stir it. And it smells good at this point. Smells right. And it's bubbling away. It's fermenting well. It liquefied, bubbling. So I'm going to stir it on day 6 as well. I'm going to stir it for a few days here. And I see plenty of liquid has formed already. So this part has been quite fast and vigorous. Yeah, so it's really fermenting away. So keep on stirring it. On day 10, I won't stir it. And I'm keeping my stirring stick in there just for convenience, so I don't have to keep on washing it. Don't know if that's the right thing to do or not, but that's what I'm doing. Now it seems to have slowed down, and actually by now it does not smell as nice. It actually smells a little soapy, which is strange. I've never smelled that. There's no acetone smell, so that's good, but it doesn't smell as good as it did on the first few days. So the rice is very soft now, but I'm not seeing any liquid. Other times I've made red yeast rice wine, the liquid has risen all the way to the top. It's not quite happening here. So I'm going to wait, instead of waiting a full month, I'm going to follow Xiaoli's recipe and strain it after less than a month. So I boiled my filter bag, and since this container is so big, I have to use a different method. I'm going to scoop out and strain that way because it's just too big to pour out into the filter bag. And also, even my bowl is not really big enough to hold everything, so I'm going to have to start bottling even before I have emptied the fermentation jar into the filter bag. Yeah, so there's so I have to start bottling now. So I'll bottle a few bottles, use up the liquid, and then scoop out more of the brew into the filter bag. So it's a nice bright color, but still it doesn't quite smell right. So I might have misunderstood some of the recipe. Maybe adding my own yeast was a mistake. Maybe I should have stuck with the Chinese yeast instead of the wine yeast. I don't know. But I have plenty to bottle here, and this technique seems to work pretty smoothly. Just takes some time to bottle so much. And I will have to squeeze that bag eventually. Okay, so my fermentation jar is empty. I'm really going to squeeze the bag here. And then I notice what might be another problem. It's not quite as soft as I thought it would be. There's still too many grains of rice in there. A little too heavy. Yeah, let's take a look at this. This is more than 2 kilograms of these. I was expecting around 1 kilogram. This is too much. That means fermentation didn't really finish properly like I wanted. It did turn my spoon a nice shade of red. So this is going to be my red yeast rice wine spoon from now on. So what warning signs did I see when I was brewing this time? There was incomplete mixing at the start. I tried to mix things well, but obviously things didn't get mixed evenly right at the start. The aroma started off good, but it became soapy. There was no liquid on the top at the end, and there was too much left over after straining. So those are all warning signs. And maybe I should have tasted it as I went along. I did not do that, but maybe I should have tried that. I could have detected a problem earlier. So I'm going to taste it now. And what I found was that it was just too bitter. This did not have the right taste. Maybe it's okay for cooking, but I'll need to add sugar alongside this. It's just not right. I've had much better luck with red yeast rice wine in my previous brews. So go back and watch those videos. Those were successful brews. So this brew didn't work out. I'll have to do something different next time. I do appreciate you watching all the way to the end. I hope you found this interesting. Thank you for watching.